So let me just, we should be live streaming. Let me just get started. 1 sec. And then copy paste this. 1 second. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully it's more spring-like where you are too. It's definitely spring here. But I was talking to my daughter this morning and she said it was -4 Celsius. I'm like, it's 20 and sunny and nice. So she's getting tired of me telling her these wonderful things. The temperatures. Oh, I have to fix something. Hold on, I'm gonna have to change this. 1 second. I'm just gonna change this. 1 second. I know I'm talking to myself. I was like, 1 second, because I wasn't sure this was gonna work, and it did not. So that's fine. Okay, good enough. Okay, so we should be good. We are live streaming on YouTube. Awesome. And so let me get this recording started here. Awesome. Yes, we love Emily. We, definitely she's very talented. 1 second, hold on. All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the Laura Canfield Show, the Awaken to Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here with us. If you are live, thank you. If you're watching on the replay, again, thank you. If you're watching on YouTube, especially, please do subscribe, like, comment, etc. And join us for our regular shows, which normally happen Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, but it could change. So join us for uplifting conversations, empowering conversations, and conversations with speakers, teachers, healers who are here to give you tools, resources, support so that you can move forward in your life, so that you can thrive and so that you can create your best life today. Right. So today, like I said, I'm so excited about today's show because my good friend Emily Ghosh Harris is with us. She's back with us, and we're going to be talking about Soul Radiance, healing unworthiness to shine as your most magnetic, abundant, and creative self. So some of what we're going to talk about with Emily today is around 2023. Why is 2023 the year of self-mastery and sharing our unique creative gifts? Why do we need to show up now, right? How can understanding our galactic journey through the cosmos help us to heal unworthiness? And what are some ways that unworthiness programs show up in disguise and how to heal them once and for all? How to actualize your soul's radiance so you become comfortable being visible, sharing your gifts, and living the life of your dreams? And how can attuning to your own inner harmonic resonance help you to align with creativity and abundance? All that and more. Also, we're going to be taking some live caller questions. So please do raise your hand or type your question in the chat. And as well, we are going to be doing a process at the end. So stay tuned for that as well. And if you don't know Emily, like I said, she's been with us before a couple of times. We loved having her here. I learned so much, and it's just a high vibe call, and yeah, I just absolutely love it. So I'm excited that Emily's back with us. She is an intuitive guide, a sound alchemist, and multidimensional business mentor. She is founder of Soul Media, a company that serves as a portal of expansion and elevation for heart-centered entrepreneurs, lightworkers, starseeds, and conscious companies. Emily assists clients in taking quantum leaps in their lives and businesses by bringing forward their highest, most authentic, and creative expression. And through the integration of astrology, human design, gene keys, self-inquiry, and energy healing techniques, Emily helps new paradigm leaders to deepen their understanding of their divine blueprint, heal ancestral patterns and limiting beliefs that stand in the way of truly owning their worth so they can play the unique music their heart and soul came here to express. So please join me in welcoming Emily back to the show. Emily, welcome back. So glad you're here.
Oh, thank you so much, Alara. It is such an honor to be here. I can feel the excitement and the energy of your beautiful community, and I'm just excited for what wants to come through. This feels like such an important topic to explore, discuss, really dive into the shadows, the places that keep us a little bit stuck. And this topic of unworthiness is near and dear to my heart. It really is one of those stickiest places that can keep us stuck, can keep us hiding, keep us from shining our light, from sharing and discovering our unique gifts, from really being the unique, radiant expression of source light that we came here to be, and that each and every one of us is, and really to tap into that. And so this pattern, these limiting beliefs can really get us caught in a karmic wheel, in a process of hiding. And so I really want to unpack that and explore that today. And I'm so excited for what wants to transpire and unfold.
Awesome. And I have to say, for me, at an intellectual level, right, at a mental level, I know that there is no such thing as unworthiness, right? So, but at the energetic level, at the emotional level, and seeing patterns in our lives, we're like, yeah, I'm still buying into that. I'm still playing that role. I'm still playing that game of feeling unworthy, even though I know there's no such thing. We are all worthy. And I say this constantly myself in my calls, in my healing calls, community calls, etc. But still, we fall into that trap where we become victim to that, the feelings of unworthiness. It's in the collective consciousness, those beliefs as well, right? And so we fall into that trap. So I just want to say right at the front, we are all worthy. There is no such thing as unworthiness, but we have bought into it as a collective, as individually, through programming, through patterns, through ancestral beliefs, etc. We have bought into it. And so, for us to have this conversation today and for this year, because I've also been saying that this is the year we need to show up. We need to shine our truth, and we need to be ourselves, our authentic selves, right? And so that unworthiness, that hiding, it's not going to work anymore. It's not going to fly anymore. We need to show up and stand in our sovereign power. Easier said than done, right? Sometimes they're powerful words, but we sometimes don't know how to do that. How can we do that? And how can we break free from those beliefs and those patterns that have been holding us back for so long? So all I'm saying is basically, this is going to be such a wonderful conversation. And I'm so glad that you're here to talk about this. And at the same time, give us the clarity that we need so that we can let go. We can release it. We can move forward and get the awareness that we truly are worthy and we can shine.
Yes. And, I think with that, Alara, one thing that I just want to invite is everyone on this call and everyone that is, listening into the replay to really open your hearts and minds, and just be available to a new perspective, new ideas that want to come through and be shared on this topic, because I know it's something that maybe we've heard about before, we've discussed it, and it seems like one of those places where it's like, oh, this topic again, right? But it is one of those places where when we get the self-mastery around this area of those little voices, those patterns that want to keep us small or that want to keep us safe, then we're really able to expand and share the uniqueness that we came here to be and to express. And so I really just open us up to, the new potentials that want to stream in at this time. And I feel like, astrology, just looking at the energy, looking at some of the astrology can help us as a guidepost to see kind of what we're moving through, where we're going. And I find this time to be so interesting, so potent, right? Because here we are, we had the Aries new moon yesterday, and we entered into Aries season. And Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. Aries is a cardinal fire sign, and it really connects us with the first house of the astrological wheel, which is about identity. And we really see these themes playing out and that are going to be continue to be emphasized, not only this year, but as we move into 2025, 2027, and beyond. This theme of rebalance the self, the need for our own unique self-expression, and our need for relating to others, a sense of community, a sense of belonging. We need both of these things to feel like we're thriving, to feel like we are having the experience that we came here to experience in terms of our own uniqueness. And so the independence, the leadership to help us move forward in a new way. It's that initiator energy that helps us to take bold, courageous action forward. And what's really interesting, Alara, is that we're having actually 2 new moons this cycle, which is incredibly rare. So we had the new moon yesterday, and then we have a second new moon on the final degree of Aries. That's going to be a total solar eclipse. And eclipses, we know, really are about personal transformation. And so, this idea of really transforming the way that we are as independent, sovereign individual, owning our own unique identity, owning our own authority. Again, Aries is about leadership. It's about courage. And so this first new moon occurred on the world axis, which is a world point that affects all of us collectively. And as we move throughout this year of 2025, we have a really significant shift, which is the nodal shift from Taurus Scorpio into Aries Libra. And these are collective themes that we work with the nodes to help us move us forward on a collective evolutionary destiny. And when we see the nodal shift between the themes of Taurus Scorpio to Aries Libra, there is this, again, emphasis on really balancing our relationships and at the same time prioritizing the self. And as we move forward, this is really interesting because we can look at how these themes kind of parallel, how they really pull us into our own unique gifts and our own self-mastery, because tomorrow we have an incredibly significant transit with Pluto entering 0 degrees of Aquarius. And Pluto has been in Capricorn since 2008, where, let's just look, what is Pluto? What does Pluto represent in the birth chart, right? Pluto represents the place that we have the greatest sense of disempowerment and shadow. And through our conscious awareness, through our attention, we're able to alchemize that shadow into our greatest gift and our greatest superpower. And so when Pluto moves through these areas of consciousness, these areas of the zodiac, it has this alchemical to illuminate the dark places, in order to bring them into the light, in order to shine a light and bring more of the gifts of that sign, of that area of consciousness. And so we saw that with Pluto moving through Capricorn back in 2008 and 2009. We saw massive transformation with the banking system. We're seeing that again as at the final degrees of Capricorn, right? And as Pluto enters into Aquarius, this is really one of many markers of entering into the age of Aquarius. And what I really want to highlight about moving through into the age of Aquarius, this is a 26,000 year cycle. And so it's massive that we are here on Earth, alive at this time, entering this new age, entering this new paradigm. What is Aquarius? Aquarius is the energy of the collective. It is the humanitarian energy. It is ruled by the planet Uranus that really doesn't want to follow the rules. It is this electric, fast-moving energy that's here to really bring forth a new level of consciousness. And it's here to awaken us. It is the revolutionary energy. The last time that Pluto was in Aquarius was during the Revolutionary War in the late 1700s. So Pluto will be in Aquarius until 2044. So we have this long period of time that's really helping us with these themes around the collective, around humanity. And not only that, with Aquarius, there's this idea of how can we each shine as the unique radiant light that we are? How can we each use the unique gifts that we have to share, to embody, to help us move forward as a collective, to help us move forward as a collective of humanity. So we have that. And then on the backdrop of that, we have this nodal shift between Aries and Libra. And one thing that I want to underscore that I think is really fascinating to point out is that as we move into 2025, we have two more of the outer planets, Saturn and Neptune, that are going to be changing signs from Pisces to Aries. So we're going to have this increasing Aries energy, this increasing theme. And the difference between Pisces and Aries is quite a contrast. Pisces is a water sign. The entire ocean, our creative, mystical gifts. And moving into Aries is that daring, bold, fire energy that wants to move, that wants to be bold. And as we move to 2027, we have what Ra Aruhu prophesized as an incredible shift in consciousness. And this is where we move from the gate of, it's the cross called the cross of planning, into the cross of the sleeping phoenix. And this happens in 2027. And what I really want to point out here is this was what Ra Aruhu talks about, really activating the 9 energy centers, this really massive global shift taking place, and that we really move from this era of tribal thinking, of really focusing on the collective, to more of this sense of empowerment, of being able to integrate our own unique medicine and be our own authority. Because the cross of the sleeping phoenix is all about empowerment. It's all about individuality. It's all about really being our own authority and coming into self-mastery. And I feel like this is so important for us to really ground into and connect with. I know that everyone on this call is highly intuitive, and so we can feel the change that's underway. We can feel the shifts that are taking place. And however, with that energy of change, of transformation, right, that we can embrace the change and really not allow it to define us or not allow it to trigger a sense of fear, but yet instead really know that we're here to ride the waves of transformation. We are here to really welcome in a new era of consciousness.
Wow, that's powerful and such an exciting time for all of us individually and collectively, between now and like 2027. That's huge. I mean, just listening to you talk about what is coming up in, for the collective, for humanity, and for us individually, I feel like, oh, thank goodness. I feel like there's been so much going on, and there's we've been working so hard at our own individual growth and expansion of consciousness. It's good to see that, in the years coming up, we're actually going to be moving forward even more with more ease, and I feel like seeing even like the rewards and the results from all of the healing and clearing and transmutation we've been doing.
Yes, 100%. And one thing that I really want to highlight with that energy is that we get the invitation as we move from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. Pisces had that element of really putting external people on a pedestal as the guru, as the teacher. And this, as we make this shift, we're really invited to be our own guru, to be our own spiritual authority, and to really recognize the progress that each and every one of us has made to do the spiritual healing, to do the clearing, and to really own that sovereignty so that we are able to navigate the waves that come in a much more expansive way, and a much more embracing way of what we are here to move through and embrace.
Yeah, I'm so looking forward to it. It's like yes, 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 yes. So it's going to be huge for all of us who are doing the work, right? Who are light workers, light warriors, whatever you call yourself, but you've been doing the work, and I feel like there's going to be finally some relief, a little bit of like a more of an awakening per se, but more of a personal awakening, not just a collective, but also a personal awakening that's going to be happening. So let's talk a little bit about as well our galactic journey. And so for those of us, I think most of us on these calls, we believe in that. So our galactic journey through the cosmos and how that relates to our unworthiness, or how we have been healing that unworthiness piece as we've been making the journey. But I feel like there's just this, if there is anything, it's just like a last little bit, like that residual little bit left that it's like, okay, here we go. Just it's done,
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like for many of us, as highly empathic beings, it may be that we're clearing that on a collective level, on an ancestral level, on a familial level, right? So we're clearing this across space, time, and dimensions. And really, this was such a powerful gift is when I, began to really tap into our galactic journey through the cosmos. And I feel like this is really being illuminated and available to all of us now at this time, is to really look at it from a much more expansive perspective, that we are these multidimensional beings that have existed through time and space for eons, right? And we have had all of these different memories, soul memories, cellular memories, and we get the opportunity to really reclaim the fragments, to really understand on a deeper level our journey through the cosmos. And sometimes what happens, I've found, is that, we can have these maybe areas of wounds, of tenderness, of areas of like, gosh, I'm not sure why there's such a great sensitivity here. And often what we're doing is we're experiencing that because we're meant to heal that and clear that across all space, time, and dimensions. And when we can gain a better perspective of our soul's journey through the cosmos, whether that's our connection to different starseed lineages or different star constellations, we can have a better understanding of some of the experiences, some of the cellular memories that we have, many of us, most of us, tapped into, experienced on some way, shape, or form. And, history is a funny thing, the way that it's, portrayed in some places. And I feel like we're expanding what our sense is of our galactic history, of our cellular memories. And we may have experiences of, timelines where, there was more of a war or conflict, or things that were more frightening, that illuminated this idea of separation. And when we are being invited to heal those fragments, to come back into recognizing the wholeness that we already are, we have the ability to really heal that, not only for ourselves, but for our ancestors, for really, Gaia and beyond.
Absolutely. And that's sometimes I think we forget that when we are doing the healing work, we're not just doing it for ourselves, and for a lot of us, it is for the planet, for Gaia, for humanity, and for the collective. It's not just for us, because we may have cleared our own personal stuff, but we're cleaning on a bigger level, bigger game piece, I'm gonna say. So go ahead.
Yeah, and the other thing that I've really noticed that's really beautiful about these galactic astrology sessions is that we have the ability to really tap into the expansiveness of our true being. And, here on this earth plane, sometimes we have the sense that we are. Our frequency is much more expansive. And I feel like through this process of uncovering, of exploration, we can really connect with our true oversoul, our true beingness across space-time dimensions. And that can be really helpful for us to really attune to that frequency and to recognize when perhaps there is a lower frequency thought form or that little nagging belief that says, who are you to do that? You're not good enough, or you should get another certification or to do some more healing. Whatever those voices are that kind of keep us in this pattern of stuckness, we can realize that we, in fact, are so expansive, and that some of these frequencies really don't belong to us. And I feel like in this moving through into this age of self-mastery, of empowerment, of integrating our gifts, there is this invitation to be extra meticulous with our energy and to really begin clearing on a daily basis as needed, to really separate anything that is, especially dream time can be a time where, we're exposed to different things. And in the morning, this can be a really helpful time to recenter. This is why a practice sometimes in the morning time can be so powerful, just to attune to your own home frequency, to really tap into your intentions for the day, to really let go of and release anything that it no longer serves you. This is something that we're really being invited to do, to be really meticulous with our energetic ecosystem.
Absolutely, I totally agree. And the clearing our energy field, maintaining our energy field, it is a daily practice, especially if we're on these types of calls regularly. It's a daily practice, sometimes twice a day, for sure. So, do you want to take some questions, and then we'll continue talking, because I know there's like quite a few people with their hands raised, and
Yes.
I'm not sure if there's any questions in the chat yet, but yeah. All right, so we're going to take some questions, and then we'll come back and continue with the conversation. So Destiny, you want to unmute yourself?
Hi, Alara. I'm trying to set up my camera. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, hi, Emily. Yeah, I was wondering if I could get some help with, oh my goodness. I need to get out of my head. There's like this energy that keeps pushing me up into my head. And I was wondering if you could help me get out of the head and into my heart and fully into my body.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Tell me a little bit, Destiny, about how this shows up for you.
It shows up for me like like an energy that just comes out of nowhere. So it's like an energy that comes thumping in and then ends up in my body somehow. Like comes thumping in, but what it feels like is from another time.
Yeah.
But I can feel it, like I'll be standing here and I'll be clear and I'll have a clearing done and I'll be perfectly good. And all of a sudden I hear thump, 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 and it comes down. And then it comes into my, and then I just feel it into my body. I'll let you take a look if you want, because I feel like it's happening right now, but it's feeling like my whole body is just engulfed. And wow. Okay, wait a minute. Here I am. All right.
Yes. Oh, beautiful to see you and connect with you, Destiny. And thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, just invite you to take a really deep breath in.
Somehow connected to the back of my head, like.
Yeah, so if you can just take a deep breath in and just exhale any extra energy, anything that you want to release, just sighing that all out. Just making room for more expansiveness, more light to fill your heart center. And just allowing yourself to open up your heart, to drop into your heart center, to just feel that illumination, that sense of radiance, of expansion, of light. And as you're breathing, lower frequencies out of the body, anything that no longer serves you.
It's like a controlling energy. It's an energy that comes in and makes me feel like I don't have control over the situation.
And when you're breathing in, are you able to connect with a greater sense of peace, of stillness? How does that feel for you?
It feels like the front part of me is, but the back part of me is not so much. It feels like the back of my body is hurting right now, receiving this.
Just take another deep breath in, and if you want to just shake out the back of your body, just making space in the back of your heart, kind of the back of your shoulder blades.
Oh yeah, that's where it's at. It feels like the back of my shoulder blades and down
Down your
abdomen.
spine. Yeah. And I just invite you to, when you're doing this process, because this is something that you can do for yourself too, is just to breathe in and drop into your heart center. Just allow yourself to be held there. You may want to try this lying down if it feels good for you. Just to allow a little bit more spaciousness. Allow yourself just to be held. How is that feeling for you, Destiny?
I'm feeling better. I'm feeling it like the top part of my body is open, my heart's open, but then there's energy at my lower body.
So as you're breathing, you're just gonna want to bring that energy all the way down.
Yeah.
Your central channel, all the way down through the soles of your feet, through your feet chakras, down, releasing into the crystalline grid of Sophia Gaia, just allowing whatever no longer serves you just to gently release out through the soles of your feet.
Yeah. Oh.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Emily.
So Emily, is this something that Destiny and the rest of us can do on a regular basis on our own?
On a daily basis, twice a day, whatever feels most nourishing and supportive for you.
Good. So Destiny, make sure you watch this again and you know, do the process again, because it's not a one-time thing, right? So it's something you have to do on a regular basis, consistently. Okay. And you know, as much as we all would love to stay in our hearts, again, that is a conscious choice and conscious action we have to take on a regular basis every day, many times a day as well. Okay. So just try and do that. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Good. Thank you. Thank you, Emily, for that wonderful process.
Yes.
All right, Jennifer, you want to unmute yourself?
Hello.
Hi, Jennifer.
When you first started talking, you mentioned limiting beliefs, and I've had one that pops up pretty often. And then you mentioned cellular memory, and I take care of someone, and I worked a full-time job too. And recently, that person was appearing to perhaps pass on. And it triggered and brought up memories of times where I think I've done this before, taking care of somebody up to that point. Maybe I was even taken care of by someone up to that point. And the expectation that this person I was caring for was going to go pushed me into a place where I'm full of guilt and everything, like what I didn't do. Why are they passing? Why would this happen? Why couldn't I heal them? And then they didn't pass as it was expected. And now I have really terrible thoughts about wanting that to still happen. And I feel really bad. So when you say unworthiness, yeah, I feel like a really bad person every time I think that, or the thought comes into my head.
Yeah, well, thank you for your bravery and courage and sharing. And that's not an easy space to navigate. It does take a lot of courage, compassion, and compassion for the self too. You know, what that brings up too is sort of the themes that we kind of shared at the beginning was this, you know, first house, seventh house axis of really, you know, caring for others deeply, and at the same time prioritizing the self and the self-care. And we know, you know, navigating a transition like that, or you know, somebody going through a health journey struggle, being and strength and can be at times depleting. And so the first thing that comes up is really amplifying the self-care and the, you know, the time that you are taking for yourself, of pouring back in, whether it's a salt bath or whether it's just taking, you know, walks or time in nature, to really, you know, take the time to attune to your own physical temple and what your body needs in this now moment. Is that helpful?
It is. I've been doing more of that, and it's amazing how hard it is to do that, to focus on me. It feels bad when I do it, but I still do it, but most of the time I feel bad about doing it.
Yeah, and isn't that interesting? And that's something that we can say, wow, isn't this interesting that I'm feeling this way, right? When this is taking place, because I know, you know, there's a part of me that knows that if I take care of myself and I tend to myself, I can be there even more fully for this individual or for somebody else that I care about, you know. But yet there are these programs that we, you know, can be aware of and just notice that, oh gosh, you know, if someone else is feeling bad, you know, I have this such expansive level of empathy that maybe I feel as though I shouldn't feel, I shouldn't take this time for myself, or I shouldn't feel elevated during this experience. So just being aware of that, and asking, is it true? And asking what would be in the highest service for you in this now moment to be of service to someone else.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Awesome. Thank you, Jennifer. And yes, it's hard. It is really hard being a caregiver or support for somebody else, for sure. Absolutely. So you do have to take care of yourself too. All right. So Melissa, would you like to unmute yourself?
Okay. I'm a little distracted. Sorry.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out how to do the package. Anyway, so I guess, Emily, I was just really impressed when you first started talking, and then when Alara talked about, it was just so beautiful and came together. It just, I needed it, because it's everything that I've been working on, going through, and this morning when I do my morning process like that, when I wake up, this information was all there, but it was so struggling, because I woke up with this doom and gloom, and that's been happening to me every single day for like the last week. And I go to bed, meditating, and then I'm in this high vibe. Technically, if we go to bed in a high vibe, we're supposed to wake up that way, but that's not been happening. It's been, I awake with this feeling of this doom and this gloom. And what I'm going to ask you is, like, I have an Aquarian sun. So, like, I've always been, my interest is the good of humanity. It's been that way since I was a child. But I also have an Aries rising, and so I've been kind of a rebel too. and a Leo moon and a Pisces North node. And I'm just, I've never studied astrology. I don't really know anything about it. I just know I have that stuff, right? And maybe some little basics, but that's it. But I'm feeling, and I would just like, if you have the information, can tap in, is, I guess, is there light, at the end of this little tunnel for me? Because, like, this has been a struggle all my life, and it's just been trying to hold on for humanity. That's all I can say. But I feel like, can you tell by any of that, is it time that maybe I can move into a place of some personal gratification? I guess I'm kind of feeling like still helping others. That will never leave my vision or my heart, but a little less struggle, maybe some, a little grace would be cool.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I love this question so much. And what beautiful blueprint and placements that you have, with the Pisces North Node, Aquarius Sun. I just feel for you, there is going to be this deep compassion, this deep desire to be of service, to help, to uplift humanity. But it's interesting. So this grace that you speak of, this shift right now, I feel like with the solar eclipse that's coming up, that's going to take place right on your first house, this is identity shift, right? So this is personal transformation of really allowing you to really come into a greater sense of your own identity, your desires, how you'd like to move forward. So I'm just curious to ask you, is there something that you're desiring to step more into, or something that you're desiring to really cultivate or bring forward this year?
Yes, there is. And that's why I was so interested in the self, the self-love and that sort of thing, because that's always been there's this fear of being seen, this fear of stepping out. But yes, I have had these visions since a child of touching humanity on a grand scale, with not just but writing and speaking, but I've wanted to make a movie for I can't tell you how long, that could just help people understand what's going on and like help wake them up and feel the love and the compassion and really just return them home. You know, I just feel like in a way that my whole life has been about that original separation, and all of my deep dark nights are working through that original separation. And I want to help. I just want to help humanity know why we're really here, right? And this is the time. This is it. I mean, you know, I thought my son and I were here to do this together, and maybe we are in a different, you know, he's in another dimension now, and I'm here, and maybe we can still continue to work this, but together, that was our vision, and we were doing it, you know, one-on-one constantly, just with total strangers every day. That was like our focus in life. I mean, I've never had big desires to be somebody. It's always been, like you said, it's been about compassion and service to humanity. That's all I care about. And I hold on sometimes just by a fingertip, literally, to just make sure that I can keep holding this light so that Earth and humanity can get to where we're going. It's so important.
Mm. Yeah. So beautiful, Melissa. I just can feel your passion, your heart, your light, and the strength that you have here to offer to humanity. And I feel that there is such a still strong connection between you and your son, and potentially working together, even if he's not on this physical plane. But know that that support that is available to you. And what I'm hearing is to really invite yourself to take one step forward. You know, sometimes it is just that initial step that leads to the next step, that leads to the next step. And so you have such a strong voice. And I really feel that communicating in some way is a very strong gift of yours. So whether that's writing or whether that's, you know, movie or something like this, it's about really communicating your truth, your experience, to be able to share that, to uplift humanity. So we don't need to know like the whole staircase, we don't need to know the whole plan, but often when we take one step into that direction, we're met with so much love and support from our guides, from our, you know, spiritual support team, from the universe. So I just invite you to maybe meditate on that, you know, just with a new moon. This is such a great time to plant new intentions, to plant new seeds. So really maybe journaling on what that would look like for you, and really bring forth a lot of joy and fulfillment.
And I was going to say, Melissa, there's also lots of wonderful comments in the chat as well, supporting you. And, you know, yeah, so just make sure you read the comments in the chat if you can as well. Okay.
Oh, yes, Alara, thank you for that. That's a big issue for me. Is I've been doing this all alone my life, and, you know, other than when my son was here. So thank you for creating this loving, supportive space, Alara. I'm very grateful. And Emily, thank you. I got to tell you, I feel like you connected with my son on some level, because I was in a meditation yesterday, and that's what he said to me was, one step, Mom, just put one foot forward. That's it. Just keep going one step at a time. And I just, you know, you just reiterated that, and I'm just, excuse me, I can hardly talk. I'm kind of shaky. Thank you. Thank you so much. This has been really beautiful. And I hope, I know that something in that, because you talked about it when you talked about LaRue and how there's something about me having to be invited, like it. So that's made it difficult for me. Whenever I try and step out and start something, it always collapses. It just doesn't happen. And there's something in my, whatever that is, human design or something, where I have to be invited. So That's why I can't stay isolated any longer. I have to connect somewhere so someone can invite me.
So we're inviting you to take that next step, Melissa. We're inviting you to take that next step.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I hear you, and I feel you, and I see you. I love you. Thank you so much. I won't take up any more time. Blessings.
Thank you, Melissa.
All right.
And I just have to say for everybody, you don't need permission anymore. You don't need an invitation. If you feel called to do something, if you're being called from your heart with passion, like Melissa has, take that step. Your guides, the universe, we are all here to support you. Take that step. Trust yourself. And again, Melissa, we were talking in the chat privately, but you might want to definitely get a session with Emily because she's amazing and she may be able to help you with, getting to take that next step with more clarity and ease. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. I'm so grateful for that. Yes. Awesome. Yes. All right.
Exactly. Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you, Emily.
And I love how Emily talks. She's so calm. She's so relaxed. She's so easygoing. Where I'm like, okay, just do it.
I agree. I feel her confidence. I like that. It leads the way.
I know, right? It's so wonderful. I love it.
Beautiful.
So much grace is what I'm going to say. Me, I'm like, just do it. Just, keep going. Take that first step. It's like, it'll be okay.
Fiery burst. Yeah, we need that.
Yeah, we need both, right? We need both.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Rebecca's iPhone. Who is Rebecca's iPhone?
It's Rebecca Standing Bearer.
Ah, okay. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi. Well, I loved when I saw the title of your email. It's like, oh, worthiness. Yes. What a great subject. I feel that, well, I guess basically, I feel like I have a set point for abundance that's set too low. And I don't know if it's worthiness or fear or what, but I get money, and then there's always some way in which it all goes. And then I'm back to the set point of just like barely getting by. And I'm tired of it.
Yes. Yeah. What a beautiful share and realization that you are ready to receive more. That's what I feel when I hear and connect with your energy, is just this deep, innate knowing that superabundance is all around us. In fact, that's our natural state. We are abundant beings, and really it's that connection to begin to open ourselves up to receiving. Would you say that has been a block for you in the past?
Yes. Now I feel like I can receive somewhat better than before, but I'm having the issue of I only allow myself to have so much, and then I have to make sure like the money goes out and nothing comes in until I get back to where I'm accustomed to living. And yeah, when you said, I feel like you're ready to open yourself up to receive it, just got tears in my eyes. So you really struck a nerve.
Well, I think just acknowledging that to yourself is huge. And sometimes we go through the last thread of a cycle, of a pattern, and we witness it in order for it to be dissolved fully. And so there is this, idea that there's a pattern around feeling like there's maybe not enough, like you're going to run out, that is, you're being invited to look at the broader landscape of that and see how you can rewrite that story. Because I feel like you have such a unlimited way of cultivating abundance and tapping into resources, perhaps even resources that you're not even fully in conscious awareness of in this moment. But sometimes when we open ourselves up to receiving more, it is this idea that we can start to make even a list of, like, if I was going to be more abundant, what are some of the sources of abundance that I can, tap into and receive. And this, I share this, as a process and invitation for everyone. It's been a really powerful medicine in my own life, because the thing is that the truth is that abundance comes in so many shapes and forms. So we think of it in financial forms sometimes, but really, there's the abundance of time, of our energy, of feeling really grounded and supported and nourished in our physical body. There's abundance of relationships and connections. So whatever that is, in terms of abundance that you're calling in, I just invite you to really connect with that, and even connect with different ways that you're opening yourself up to receive even more abundance and flow from the universe.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Anything that brings up for you, or any questions around that?
I love that idea about, like, there are a lot of different ways to bring in abundance. And I've actually sort of been wondering, like, what is the next thing that I'm being called to do? I have a couple of coaching programs that I'm participating in, and opportunities to connect with people also who could further my message, my work. And I've been doing it a little bit more, but yeah, it just makes me think, like, well, who do you know, Rebecca, that is well connected and that may know people that would want you to come and speak to their group, or or that person knows someone that would be interested in what I'm offering.
Yes, I love this so much. And this is such a great reminder, what you're sharing, Rebecca, for all of us, truly, because when we're in a place of fear or limitation or lack, it's hard for us to see all the possibilities that are available to us. But when we drop back into our heart, when we really connect with the true abundance of our nature, we're able to see from a place of opportunity and see, like, oh, maybe if I reach out to this person, or maybe if I, send this email, or, share this in my newsletter, that, all of a sudden this is going to lead to this ripple of possibility. And so this is just how that spark of abundance is ignited, when we're able to really connect with the possibilities that are available for us.
What else occurred to me is, like, I've been doing a lot of grieving lately, stuff that had already happened, but that I wasn't able to access it because I was in just, like, survival mode and PTSD. And it occurred to me that maybe it's that grief in my heart that has been almost like a wall, not letting anything in or out. Does that seem possible?
Yeah, it does. Absolutely. Yeah. I wonder, would you be open to receiving a little bit of extra nourishment to your heart center to help you move through some of the grief?
Yes, very much so.
Beautiful. So if you just want to close the eyes down, it's taking a few allowing yourself to feel fully present and grounded in your physical body. And as you're breathing, we're just going to feel this golden light frequency pouring down from the top of your crown, down each and every one of your chakras, down through your crown, your third eye, your throat, all the way into your magnificent and radiant heart center. Just feeling this golden light illuminating all directions, opening up and expanding, bringing in light, bringing in a sense of peace, of spaciousness. Giving yourself the space and the time to feel, to know that all of your feelings are welcome, are honored. Moving this light down throughout your entire central channel, from your heart center down to your solar plexus, to your sacral, to your root, all the way down and out through the soles of your feet. And it just, as you're breathing, just allowing your central channel to expand, to illuminate, opening up for greater peace. Taking another deep breath in, feeling grounded in your body, centered in your heart, and open in your mind. And when you're ready, just gently opening the eyes.
Wow. Oh, the world looks brighter and more. I just feel so much more optimistic and calm. And I feel like my heart got a huge healing. I feel comforted.
Good. So glad to hear that. Yeah, I just feel like taking some extra time today, just drinking plenty of water and taking it, being extra nourishing and supportive and gentle today. We moved a lot of energy.
Yeah. Blessings to
Awesome.
you all.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, that was beautiful. So powerful. Thank you so much. So that's like 2 processes we've done now. Awesome. That's great. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to go to iPad 21. And then after that, there's a question from Linda in the chat, which I think will be interesting to answer as well. So iPad 21. I'm always like surprised. Who is that?
That's me.
Hi. Hi, Stella.
How are you?
Good. How are you? Always a new name every time you come on. I swear. I never know who it
I
is.
don't know how to put my name on it. It
Yeah,
went
it's
out.
okay.
I don't know why it went out. Anyways,
It's okay. All right. What's your question for Emily?
Emily, I need to do something new in my life, and when with the spiritual, I'm a massage therapist as it is. What do you see me doing new, or what is it that I can do to?
Yeah, I love this question so much. When you
I think she's
connect
gonna. I was gonna say, I
through
think she needs a little bit more information there, Stella, than just that.
Well, I need. I am a massage therapist, and I do counseling and healing and all of that. I'm doing. Is there something else that I can do to help people, or what I'm doing is enough, or is what? I don't know. I just feel that I need to do something else, but I don't know what. When it comes to spiritual.
sorry, you froze for a moment, but I love this question, and I love the excitement of what feels like, beginning a new chapter. And that doesn't necessarily mean that we go in a completely new direction, but it's that we're able to build upon the gifts that we've cultivated and perhaps bring forward and infuse in something that makes the work that we're doing, makes our passions and our gifts really come alive in a new way. And it feels like there's lots of different elements that you sort of infuse. Like I'm getting a visual of like very activating the senses in your sessions. I don't know if that's something like essential oils and aromatherapy, or like even colors and bringing the elements in, or bringing different guides into the healing session. It's just feeling like this very multi-dimensional experience, and perhaps that's something that you're already doing, but certainly something that you have access to do, and that this would be very rewarding for you to really make it this beautiful blend of different modalities, of different gifts, of really activating the senses is what I'm feeling.
Oh, I was thinking and taking an Ayurveda massage with oils.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And I was seeing
So maybe that.
food for some reason. So maybe that ties in with Ayurveda, is some type of like consultation that you're adding in, where you're allowing people to get more in touch with their dosha and their eating for their body type and things like this.
Okay, that sounds wonderful.
Wow,
Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm excited. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Stella.
you.
That was great, Emily, that you were able to pick up all that from just a little bit that Stella was sharing. So that, yeah, that's amazing. Good.
Stella.
There you go, Stella. You have a new path coming up, right?
Right on. Gotta get working on it.
There you go. Good for
I love
you.
it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. So the question from Linda in the chat really quickly, Emily, was about portals and what she said, portals and grids, or I gotta find it now. It's way up there. Oh, so Linda says the spring equinox and new moon has been so powerful and shifting so much for me. The words grids and portals keep flashing in my mind like a neon sign. Just curious what may come to you for myself and for all here. Thank you.
Can you repeat that? You broke up just a little bit.
Oh, sorry. So basically she said that the words grids and portals keep flashing in her mind like a neon sign. Just curious what may come to you for herself and for all of us here.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a beautiful question, Linda. I feel like we have access to so much right now, especially where we're moving through in the galaxy. We have so much photonic light that's coming in, and that really opens us up, I feel, to greater information, greater access. It just feels like a time when the veils are especially thin. And, this may feel like more access to information, more access to downloads, more greater connection to your guides. It may feel like greater, connection or a deepening of connection to the crystalline grid of Gaia Sophia, of really connecting with different ley lines that you are on or near. So I feel like this time is one where we have a lot more access. And I'm really even seeing that in the way that the light is streaming through. It's so powerful right now and during this time. And so I feel like there's definitely an invitation. And Linda, I know that you are somebody who spends quite a great deal of time out in nature. But this is definitely an invitation for all of us to really spend greater time outside. If you can, like even putting your feet on the earth, taking off your shoes if it feels good, like really just beneath your feet and nature during this time.
Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, this is a really powerful time, especially this week and moving forward is a really powerful time. So you're picking up on that, Linda. So that's great. You're also very intuitive, obviously, right? So just and then tap into what grids and portals mean to you, right? So it means different things to different people. So just see what it means to you and how you can connect and tap into the grids and portals that you need to work with or you are being called to work with. Yeah, I don't know. It just came through. So just take it for what it take it for what it is.
I love it.
All right. So this has been so wonderful. And I love all of your questions because they've been so helpful for all of us. And just to the processes and the wisdom and just the information that's coming through has been great. So I want to take a moment, Emily, and just talk about the package. Basically, it's a session, but let's just quickly do that, and then we'll come back and see what else we have not done yet, which I know we've already done so much. But I'm going to share my screen, and it's a very simple package, everyone. So don't worry, it's not going to take a lot of time. 1 second here, and then we'll come back to talking with Emily. Okay. Okay, this one here. All right, so basically Emily's package is a radiance session with Emily, which is a 60-minute session via Zoom for 111. All right, Emily, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, absolutely. So, as many brought forth today, there might be something that is on your heart to bring forward, to start a new chapter, to really kind of step courageously outside of your comfort zone. And this is something that is my deepest joy and honor to assist people with, is to really, understand their divine blueprint, their unique gifts, and how to really bring forth their unique music that they came here to play and to express. And so, one way I do this is through the blueprint, the natal chart, to really look at somebody's, unique design. We can look at some of the octaves or the discordant notes and really imagine what the highest octave is that you came here to play. Just like music, that is the orchestration. We are each and free from any of the discordant frequencies, any of the limiting beliefs, any of those lower frequency thought patterns. We're able to step forward in a new direction. And I love that it's Aries season. It's, the spring equinox in the Northern Hemisphere, but it is really a time to move forward courageously and to share the unique gifts that we came here to share.
Absolutely. And so Emily's package, it's the session, the Radiance session, which I love the name of it, is 111, and there are 2 and 3-part payment plans available. And of course, if you are a member of the Inner Circle, free or VIP, please do use your 10 or 25% gift code. And Melissa, I give you a separate different one, so use that one. And then there's some beautiful, wonderful testimonials from people that have had sessions with Emily. And I know there are people here who have also had sessions with Emily in the past, and I've heard wonderful, wonderful things, so which is great. But please do take advantage of this session with Emily. Like I said, 60 minutes, and it's about identifying and healing those unworthiness patterns and limiting beliefs, because we do not need them anymore, right? And so that you can be visible and abundant, sharing your gifts, and we all have gifts, right? And this is about taking quantum leaps in your life and business. And if you don't have a business per se, taking quantum leaps in your life, like we're talking about, this is the year to really show up, to shine, to stand in your power, be your sovereign self, and share your gifts for yourself, but also for humanity and for the collective. Right. So please do take advantage of this package with Emily, because the sessions with Emily are amazing. So please do take that opportunity. Okay, so Emily, I'm just checking really quickly what we were talking about. Hold on. Did I miss something here? So I think we've talked about most of what we wanted to discuss, but is there anything else that we didn't cover? Is there anything that we didn't cover? Because you gave so much already, which has been wonderful.
Yeah, I feel like we did cover so many different topics today, so many beautiful questions and shares. I'm so, so grateful for this time and space together. And, I just want to leave with a few maybe reminders that are helpful to all of us during this time. This is a potent time that we're moving through. And, sometimes it can feel wobbly. And what I recommend during that, or if you're moving through that, is to really find your center within, to really connect back to you being your own authority and well-being, whether that's breath work or whether that's meditation or just taking a few deep centering breaths, whatever that looks like for you. These are the things that really help us to move through spaces and places of transformation and change, and to be consistent, to be meticulous, and know that those lower frequency patterns or beliefs, those are not you. And we really need to separate and distinguish from those voices or those places that tell us that we're not good enough, or that it needs to be perfect, or that, something needs to be different. It's really identifying, clearing those voices, and to say, I do not consent to this any longer. And those are really powerful words, I can tell you personally. And just to really repeat that when you see that popping up, is I do not consent to this, wherever it came from, whoever this belongs to, I do not consent to this anymore. And I clear it from all space, time, and dimensions, and just take a deep breath in and just let it all out. And that can be such a great way to recenter, to clear, to really come back to your own beingness.
Oh, I love that. That's going to be my new mantra from now on. I do not consent to this. I do not consent to this. I do not consent to this. I love that. Thank you. And the thing is, we're saying it with feeling and like power or just certainty, like we're not just saying it, as an affirmation, but we're saying it with certainty, right? And from our heart space, right? Breathing into our heart space and saying, I do not consent to this anymore.
Yes.
I do not. I love that. Thank you. And yeah, this has been such a powerful session. Those 2 processes that we did, at least 2 processes that we did, please go back and watch or listen again and do them for yourself consistently, regularly, daily. Please, please, please. They are going to help you tremendously. And when it comes to, moving forward on your path, right? It's like, yes, it's easy to say, just do it. But really, when you get those negative thoughts, those negative feelings, just say, I do not consent to this anymore. I do not, right? And then please do work with Emily as well. She can give you more clarity than what we've been able to provide today on the show, right? So a few minutes is, just a little taster. But when you work with Emily for the 60 minutes, you're going to get way much more information, wisdom, clarity, healing, etc. And really move forward on your path, because this is the time. This is the time. And she's a wonderful resource and support. So please do take advantage of this session, because it is 50% off, which I think is really underpriced, but not undervalued. So it has a great deal of value. So she's sharing it at this, lower level price, so that she can, again, be of service to humanity and be of service to our community. So I'm really grateful for that. Thank you, Emily.
Thank you so much, Alara. I just want to say it's such an honor connecting with you. I enjoy this time so much, and you have such a beautiful community. It's such a gift to be here, and so much authenticity, beauty, light that is shared here. So thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for all of your questions, your comments, your feedback, all the support from Melissa in the chat. Thank you for that as well. That really makes my heart full when you all support each other. I just love that. So thank you. Until next time, we'll be back tomorrow. But until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always. Bye for now.